Heyo everyone! We're gonna start off talking about the 4 new units from Conqueror's Blade Season 4, and with this video, we're gonna do unit challenges, followed by Janissaries and the new OP Azap unit. Let's get started. So first off this season, like every one before, you have your unit challenges. It's gonna start out pretty simple with the Janissaries, the new Marksman Tier 3 unit, and they're going to be a lot of the same stuff as before. Simple, do damage, do some field battles, siege battles, win some expeditions, kind of your standard stuff. They have the same step through like they did with the last season. So you're going to start out with getting a 3-day contract for the unit, and then you'll work on towards the permanent obtaining of them, and then eventually getting your really good doctrine for those units. And that is going to apply through to all 4. They are locked based off the previous unit, so make sure you progress through to get up to the later ones, and that will go and unlock you. And like previous ones, you can pay off to bypass the challenges. So as far as the units themselves, we'll start with the Janissaries. So the Janissaries are the new marksman unit. Now the Janissaries are going to be pretty easy to obtain, and they are actually fairly effective from the testing that we've done so far. So as far as traits go, they have the gun doctrine. So what this will do is that as the time required to set up shots increases, the soldiers will get up to a 15% increase in firing speed and accuracy. And the big thing with the Janissaries versus the other marksmen are that they have a very fast firing rate. And on top of that, the accuracy when you use the fork is extremely good as well for their 3-star rating. In testing with these, they fire very quickly. They also have the brutal firepower capability, which gives them the ability to daze enemies with their projectiles. So this is going to be a very effective unit for sticking behind a wall and trying to slow down charges on that wall. So the unit orders, they have a direct fire, which will point them in a certain direction, and then they will volley in that direction. They also have the firepower formation. In essence, this just means they put down their forks and then they'll fire. And this does give them the ability to daze, which is super effective. The one thing to keep in note, firepower formation is a on and off. The direct fire will force them to put down the fork. So you have to make sure that you're ready for them to stop, place the fork, and then fire for direct fire. Not something you can just trigger real quickly to try to stop someone charging you. As far as veterancy goes, they'll start off with an increased accuracy of 5% for sharp shot. That's the standard veterancy. Top tree is going to progress you towards adding soldiers, as well as generally increasing accuracy and fire rates. So you have your firepower formation reload speed increase, you have your piercing damage increase, armor penetration increase, ammo increase, accuracy increase, and then the 4 extra units. I elected to try out the bottom tree mostly. This one gives you piercing damage increase, movement speed increase, armor penetration. It also gives you each level increase of nail of the head's damage by 5%. It gives you the increased rate of fire, but the big one is it increases the chances of inflicting dazed by 10%. So this is going to really help you to slow down and assist in a fire or in a shield wall line and trying to slow down any charges or assaults towards that line. So I kind of elected to go that route. They do have a dispersed or a 3-rank system. The 3-rank does provide all of them line of fire the entire time. So it is a really nifty unit. They do have pretty respectable health, but in testing, they are very weak. So if anyone actually manages to get to them, they will perish pretty quickly. And even equal tier archer units, if they're opposed to them, take them out very simply. So the Azaps are the next tier up unit that is available. These are going to be your 4 stars. Now, the Azaps are, as far as I'm concerned, the unit to watch out for. These guys have been punching above their weight in all the tests that most of us have been doing. They are astonishing. So the big reason they are so astonishing is their traits and unit orders. So the traits for them, they have Imperial Fervor. So this will actually reduce the damage taken by 15% when you use your active skills. It's kind of ridiculous. They also have the resolve to win, so their defense is greatly increased for 8 seconds when they're spurred onwards. They have fireproof because they are decently armored units. Oh, these unit orders. First off, you have a shield rush. Pretty straightforward. They inflict high damage on a charge, and then they take less damage as they charge. Pretty standard, not quite as good as most of your shock troops, but a pretty decent shield charge. But, oh boy, counterattack posture. So in testing, I'm still not 100% certain whether counterattack posture makes them do a damage reflection or whether it's like a damage reduction and then a set amount of damage back to the other unit. I am pretty certain, though, that this is a damage reflection. And the big reason is these guys have killed every unit that we put up against them except Iron Reapers. And I mean almost everything. They just massacre. We've thrown them against a set of shield sergeants. We've thrown them against a set of Imperial shield guards. We've thrown them up against the Iron Reapers. We've thrown them up against the other units that came out. They just massacre everything. I've thrown these into giant groups of AI units, enemy units, and they just came out on top, pretty much losing no one. We've thrown these guys against pretty much everything, and the only thing that took them out was the Iron Reapers. Everything else, they just massacred. So the Azaps are going to be one that is going to be great if you know how to time and work with your units. Because if you time that counterattack right, so you see an enemy unit charging and you can set them up and hit that counterattack in time for that charge damage, you can wipe enemy units very easily. As far as veterancy goes, you get increased health as your auto one on the front. We mainly went top tree. So top tree, you're going to get increases defenses by 2%, increased health. You get a reduction in the cooldown of counterattack. You get a reduced damage taken while you're counterattacking. You take reduced damage taken while counterattacking again. You get immune to being repelled when using counterattack posture. Increased duration of counterattack by 1 second, which is huge. But the big one is there's a chance to initiate counterattack posture when they're attacked. This heavy stones is one of the reasons I would highly recommend people to go top tree. As far as bottom tree goes, you can, if you go full top, get 2 into the bottom. First one, which is going to be your increased slashing armor penetration. You also have slashing damage, hastened combos by 5%. So hastened combos is the other order that you can use. This just inflicts continuous attacks on enemy units. So you're typically going to charge in, hit a counterattack posture, hopefully to try to counter whatever response they do back to you, and then you'll follow that up with a hastened combos. Try to get them killed down real quick after you've weakened them. So that one will go ahead and increase the combos damage. You also have their duration, the cooldown for hastened combos, number of enemies that can hit by hastened combos, and then a chance of initiating hastened combos while attacking. So really it's a matter of, do you want to make hastened combos better or counterattack better? From all our testing, make the counterattack better. Like I said, the only thing that 1v1, the only thing that could take these out that we tested were Iron Reapers. But you're most likely going to have to counter these guys with ranged units and take them out before they can engage, at least when it comes to a few unit battle, and you can't just beat them out by pure numbers. So they are, as far as I'm concerned, the unit to keep an eye on. So hope that helped you out. Have a great day or night, and until next time, I hope to see you on the battlefield. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh!